So if you know me and Jack, then you know that we go to Disney World once to twice a year, and we are going back next week, which is really exciting. But if you know me, then you also know that I have a really unhealthy obsession with Minnie ears from Disney World. I currently have 49 pairs, and I'm sure by the time we come back from the next trip, I'm gonna be probably at 60. So I thought I'd share my collection with you guys before we go. So yeah, let's all laugh at me together in the comments. I'm going to attempt to show you guys my ears in sort of like categories. We'll see if they make sense. You guys will have to let me know if like some of them are rarer, because I now realise there is actually like a huge market for mini ears. I'm going to start off with probably my biggest category, and that is resort exclusive ears. Now a lot of people don't actually know that all the resorts at Walt Disney World actually have their own ears exclusive to them, and I have been on the biggest mission every time we go back to try and collect all of them. So starting up, we have the Yacht Club ears. These are just so cute. I saw these, we always go to Yacht Club for Ale and Compass. The breakfast there is incredible. If you know, you know. And yeah, I had to pick these up. Next up, I have the monorail ears. These are from Contemporary Resort, and I just think it's so cute that the monorail like moves. And then they say Contemporary Resort on the back here as well. But yeah, again, I'm gonna say every pair of ears is cute, because they are. Now these are my absolute favourite ears. They are the Skyliner ears. They actually move. I have been hunting these literally the longest time. They came out just before we went back in April, and they were sold out when we got there. And then the second we left, they came back in stock. Thankfully, someone put them on Vinted. It's literally the only place I was able to find them. But yeah, I'm really, really happy I got these. Next up are my boardwalk ears. I have 2 pairs of boardwalk ears. These are the most recent ones to come out. I think they come out in April this year, I want to say. So we pretty much timed it right for all the resort ears to change this year, because I've got like all the ones from last year and then this year as well. But yeah, they are so cute. Let's see how many times I can say ears and they're so cute in the video. Next up are my Art of Animation ears. Again, I got these off Vinted. We went and checked Art of Animation because we stayed at Pop Century for literally one day this year. So we went and checked Art of Animation, and they didn't have any ears, and I was so upset. But thankfully I was able to get these on Vinted, so if there are any next time we go, I'm going to have a look and hopefully get some more. Then I have my Riviera ears. I also have, I think, 2 pairs of Riviera ears. Riviera is actually our home resort and our favourite resort. It's the first place I stayed at when we went to Disney World, so it always holds a special place in our heart. And yeah, Riviera is just the best resort. Sorry, not sorry. Next up I have the Beach Club ears. Again, I have 2 pairs of Beach Club ears. These also come out right around the time we went. The detail is incredible on these. Like, compared to most of the generic Disney World ears, they're just so much better. I don't know if you can see. And so many people don't even know that resort ears are a thing, so they're really missing out as well. Then I have my second pair of boardwalk ears. Again, they are like so cute. They say boardwalk on the back, and they actually, I'm pretty sure they glow in the dark as well. Then we have the Old Key West ears. These are the newest ones to come out. Again, they literally came out, I think, the day before we went home. They say Old Key West on the back. And yeah, Old Key West we stayed at again on our first trip. We stayed at Riviera for, I want to say, 4 nights, and then stayed the rest at Old Key West. So a very special place to me once again. Then we have the Polynesian ears. I've not actually stayed there yet. We are looking to stay there next year once the booking comes out on DVC. I think these are the original pair of Polynesian ears. There are new versions which I didn't actually get last time. They were there when we went, but I decided not to pick them up because I'd already bought like 10 pairs of ears. So I was trying to be good. But yeah, Jack's parents picked these up for me in 2024 when they stayed there. Then we have my other pair of Riviera ears. These are just so luxurious, like they scream DVC. There's just something about them that I'm absolutely obsessed with, and the second I saw that they'd come out, I literally rushed back to Riviera to try and find them. Then I have my other pair of Beach Club ears. I actually again got these off Vinted. I think I paid like £15 for them, which if you don't know, at Disney World they're like, I want to say they're like £35 with discount. I could be wrong. The Loungefly resort ones usually are more expensive, but even with discount they're usually like £30 to £35, so £15 for these on Vinted was an absolute steal. Then these aren't really resort exclusive, they're more just DVC exclusive in general. You can only find them at DVC resorts. But yeah, these are my Disney Vacation Club ears. Again, like the levels of quality in just the higher luxurious resorts it's just a different level. But yeah, Jack actually got these for me as an anniversary present last year, and for someone who doesn't judge how many pairs of ears I buy but says I have a problem, he enables it so much. He buys me so many. And then I also have this DVC pair as well from our first trip. I think I picked these up from Old Key West again. And there's just something about walking around the parks with ears that like nearly nobody wears because they just haven't got a clue they exist. Then we have the Grand Floridian ears. Now, I know there is a new pair, and I think they came out when we went in April, but I've been after these for the longest time, and I'm so glad they still had these in stock. I literally dragged Jack to the Grand Floridian just to buy the ears. Don't get me wrong, the new ones are nice, but I think they are just very, very similar to the Riviera ones, so I would much rather have that one. And then finally in this category, I have my other Old Key West ears. These are the original ones from our first trip in 2024. I think they're just so adorable. The little license plate is just so cute, and again they do say Old Key West on the back. So next up we have my princess ears. Now I'm not really like a big princess girl, but some of the princess ears are just so cute, I literally had to get them. First up were the Aurora ears. I just loved how they were reversible. I literally could never decide which way to wear them. I was originally planning on using these for our gender reveal because when we went in April, we were pregnant and we were going to do a gender reveal there, but we ended up finding out the gender before and just doing a gender announcement, so I bought coloured ears to match that rather than having the reversible. But if I was going to have a gender reveal, these would be so cute to use. Next up are my Elsa ears. I didn't actually realise that these were Elsa ears when I first bought them, I'm not going to lie. I thought they were Cinderella. I don't know why I didn't cotton on their Elsa ears, but these are actually the first pair of ears that I bought on our first trip, and they're still probably one of my favourites. Then I have the actual first pair of ears I ever got. Jack went in 2023 with his family and bought these for me, and I can argue that he started the obsession, so we're going to blame him here. But Tiana is my favourite princess, and again, these are probably up there as one of my favourite pairs of ears, purely sentimental value as well. Then we have the Rapunzel ears. Again, Jack got me these for my birthday this year. There is a running theme. I told you Jack bought me like half my collection. But I got all the Princess Spirit jerseys when they came out in a Disney store, so I had to get all the ears to match. The same with these belle ears. They are absolutely stunning, and I've been told these ones are really rare to find now. You'll have to let me know because I literally can't find them online anywhere, but I have the matching Spirit jersey to go with it. And then my last two pairs for the princess collection are my Cinderella ones. These are the gold ones that I got this time round. I have been looking at these for the longest time. I know they're all on the Disney Store UK, but because we get DVC discount and they're already cheaper in Florida as it is, like I would rather wait to go to Florida and pay, I think it's like £24 for them rather than nearly 40 on the website. And then finally, these are my other Cinderella ears. I got these for our gender announcement. I think my sister got me these actually for my birthday, but I was planning on getting these anyway for our gender announcement because we were having a boy, and they are just, these and the bell ones, I just love like the tulle on them here, it's so stunning. Oh, and I've literally just realised I missed one. I also have the Aurora ears that have just come out in Disneyland Paris. My sister got these for me when she went. Like, I'm actually so happy she managed to find them because she literally, I think it took her to the last day to be able to find them, and I was so worried I wasn't going to get them. First world problems, I know. But they are beautiful. Next up are just more random character ears I have. So first up I have the Winnie the Pooh ones. Now I know they're not obviously normal Minnie ears, and I tend to stay away from the Minnie ears that don't actually look like mouse ears, but Winnie the Pooh is like my favourite. Miles's nursery is literally all Winnie the Pooh themed, and yeah, I end up dressing up kind of as Winnie the Pooh every time we go, so I probably actually wear these more than all of them. Next up are my Tinkerbell ears. I have two pairs. Tinkerbell is arguably my favourite character. I would say I'm more Tinkerbell than a princess. These are the Disneyland Paris ones. Again, my sister picked these up for me. They are just so gorgeous. And then these are the other Tinkerbell ears. I also picked these up because I have the Tinkerbell, the football jersey. So as I said, I have to match. Then I have the Alice in Wonderland ears. Now I wasn't massively fussed on these ones, but they were actually at the outlets. I think I paid like £5 for them, so £5 for ears, I'm just going to buy them regardless. Then I have my Sully ears. Now these are absolutely massive. They're so cute. Again, I think Jack's parents picked these up for me when they went on holiday. I've not actually worn these yet. I need to find an outfit to wear them with. And then finally I have my Loungefly Pascal ears. Again, I haven't worn these yet. Jack got them for me for my birthday this year. They are so cute, and I'm definitely taking them next week. Up next we have my Marvel ears. A lot of these are my favourite characters, so I just had to pick them up. So firstly we have my Loki ears. Now, as I said, Loki is literally one of my favourite characters, so when I saw these I had to get them. The detail with his helmet on the back is just so good. And I also like having ears that aren't like completely girly. Then I have just the Avengers ears. Again, I wasn't really fussed about these, but these were at the outlet, so I think again I paid like £5 for them. Again, I'm not going to turn that down. But now I look at them, they actually are quite cool. I've just never really paid attention to them. Then we have my Thanos ears. I think these came out in 2024, right as we were leaving, like on the last day. They are Loungefly, and I'm so glad I got them because I literally, again, they're just a pair of ears I can't find anywhere online now. Maybe I'm wrong, but you'll have to let me know. Then I have my Scarlet Witch ears. I absolutely love Wanda. Again, one of my favourite characters. I have tattoos of her and Loki on my arm, so I just had to. I just think it's so smart how they make it look like her crown. And then finally we have my Black Panther ears. Again, these were at the outlets. I think I paid like £8 for them, and I love Black Panther, so I was obviously going to get them. Okay, second to last category. I promise we're nearly there. We're actually going to look at my normal ears now. I don't actually have many normal mini ears. I don't even have an original pair of mini ears, which I know is criminal. I'm going to get one on this trip, I promise. Next up we have the pink ones with the little mini gems on them. They are so cute. They were one of my immediate buys when we went this year. Then I have my Disney Paris ones. Again, I think my sister got these for me when she went to Paris. She tends to go to Paris like 3 times a year, so she'll get me all the Paris exclusives and I'll get her all the Florida exclusives, so it works out really well. Then I have my Christmas ones. I didn't even realise these were Christmas ones when I got them at the time. They're probably the closest ones I have to a normal pair of mini ears. Again, I know, I'm so sorry. Then I have the purple sequins. Now I really didn't think I was a big fan of like the sequined mini ears, but I seem to have quite a few of them. They are growing on me. I don't know what Disney this is from. I want to say it's from like Shanghai or Tokyo, but I got these off of Vinted. Then I have these mini ears. I'm not quite sure what ones they are. I think I bought them because it looked like the Epcot ball, and Epcot is our favourite park. But yeah, these are actually stunning the more I look at them, and again, I just kind of forget I have them. That's when you know you have a problem, you forget what it is you have. And then lastly, I have the butter yellow ones. Again, these come out right as we were leaving, so I was so grateful I managed to get them. I didn't think I'd care about them because they are just so minimalistic, but they're one of my favourites, definitely. And then finally, this is just sort of like a random category. They didn't really fit into any of the other ones. These are my France Pavilion ears. They're, again, there's something just about Epcot ears that are so underrated and loads of people don't even know they exist, but these were just so cute. As I said, Epcot is our absolute favourite, so these were a must. And then these are also the France Pavilion ears as well. They are so cute, the little macarons on the front. And these are probably the ones I actually get asked about most where I got them. I think they'd literally just been restocked because they sell out all the time. Next up, I have the Starlight Parade ears. I also think these were very limited as well because I literally can't find them anywhere now. And they do actually light up. But the Starlight Parade is my favourite parade, so I had to get these. Then I have these Mickey Mouse ones. Again, I don't really know what you'd call them. I love the big bow on the front, and they're just really unique. I'm just not a boring mini ears girl, I'm sorry. Then I have the Festival of the Holiday ears from Epcot again. I told you guys, Epcot is literally just our favourite. And again, they were just so fun and cute, but I always get really scared I'm going to drop them and break them. Then I have the Run Disney ears from 2023. They're all like Pixar characters. We haven't actually done any of the runs there. Jack's going to look to book it for next year because he really wants to do some of the marathons. But these were on Vinted. I think I paid like £7 for them, so I just had to get them. Literally any form of exclusive mini ears I am all over. Then I have I want to say these are the New Year 2026 ears from Disney World. Again, I wasn't really fussed about these when they were there, but I saw them on Vinted for like a tenner. But they are very cute, I can't lie. And then my final pair of ears, guys, I know we're finally there, are my Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Rail ears. It is literally my favourite ride, probably of all Disney. It is so good. And it's actually, whenever we went on it when I was pregnant, Miles would kick, so it's automatically just got, you know, a sentimental place in my heart. So the second these came out, I bought them immediately. So that is all 49 pairs of mini ears that I have. Yes, I know I need to grow up. Am I going to? Probably not. And when you see our Disney haul when we get back from Disney World in a couple of weeks, I'm sure you're going to see probably 10, at least 10 more pairs. But yeah, we are going to attempt to vlog Disney this time, but we're also taking an 8-week-old, so it entirely depends on what he's like. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later.